I am live here, I believe. Let me see. I can't tell if it's already live. This is the new Facebook Live. Okay, the new Facebook Live. Here we go. Good morning, beautiful sacred hearts. Happy beautiful Thursday, the 23rd of July. So much love to all of you. This is the new Facebook page. I don't quite see. Okay, there is the chat. I see everyone now. Hello, Demetrius. Good morning. So, wishing everyone a beautiful and blessed Wednesday. Deep love to everyone. And I wanted to just come on and from still the ceremonial altar that was created for yesterday's Magdalene sacred ceremony that I held with those that took part. It was really an honor that several of us had ceremonies for this very, very sacred day yesterday, a very monumental day in the rise of the sacred divine feminine and the divine mother, bringing her back in its connection with Gaia, with her rise in her sacred true alchemy. So Magdalene is a huge part. It is a huge part of the voice of the Magdalene. I'm going to put my Magdalene rose here. I feel that's better. And very, very beautiful. So I wanted to just come on. Sound is low, Demetrius. I don't know what's going on with sound. Thanks for letting me know. We had trouble. If I'm speaking louder, can you hear me now, Demetrius? Let me see if that's a little bit more clear. Maybe I'll put my earpiece on. One moment. Okay, let's see if this is better now. Can somebody confirm with me, please? Because we had this trouble yesterday as well. Hello, Carol. Thank you for joining. Is the sound better now? Oh, good. Thank you, Demetrius. So it's very interesting. I use this laptop with the major microphone we have constantly, and we had it for Tuesday night's global meditation as well. But yesterday's Magdalene ceremony, we had a huge thunderstorm and lightning here in Maryland and Washington DC suburbs, and for some reason the technology was a bit affected with the sound and the microphone, which I feel is very, very interesting part of this Magdalene frequency. So I ended up having to use this earpiece yesterday, and to lead a ceremony that's designed to be in person, and I just did not know how it would play out, attempting to facilitate it in a true ceremonial way. This 4 hours via Zoom is beautiful when we're put in these positions to stretch ourselves and experience what awaits us. I'm very grateful these past several days. Mary Magdalene has been very active in in sharing what she wanted the participants to experience. And it was this initiation ceremonial way to go through several stages, one built on top of each other. So there was a lot of preparation that I had to put in last for 5 days. And particularly, some of you have seen the image, I haven't taken it off here. The altar was a huge part of it, because what it entails for the frequency, so that those who come into its experience is the proper container that allows the experience to unfold. So I wanted to just come on live and first and most thank Mary Magdalene for her voice, for her presence, for her consciousness on the planet. It is just so, it is an honor. I barely can speak today. It is an honor to serve the calling of bringing her voice, bringing her breath, her presence unto Gaia. That is part of delivering the golden age. That is part of the personal and planetary ascension. Truly, truly an honor. It's been an incredible relationship of many years, and to facilitate a ceremony where individuals get to have that direct experience themselves, I feel is the key, through the power of the rose. Really, I'm speechless. I can't really talk much today. So this video is about the post-ceremony, and it's designed for the individuals who came to the event yesterday and those who will be taking part with the video recording of the 4 hours of what took place. So first, this is me. I feel absolutely exhausted. I had shared this also in the email that went out to everyone. When we prepare several days, as those of us who are the initiate, who are the containers, as the facilitators of these ceremonies, we go through quite a bit ourselves. So last night I was just wiped out, and the wiped out is not energetically. What's happening is we expand so much in this rose frequency, so we have to then integrate, and it takes a few days to integrate. So I feel very lethargic today. I feel exhausted. My eyes are burning. I feel extremely thirsty and just want to sleep and rest. And pretty much I had also sent that to the participants in the email that pay attention, that this is part of the integration process. So those of us who have taken part in ceremony, we really recognize this, and we also honor this, because once we expand so much in the horizontal field, which is the sacred divine feminine, in order to come back to our sacred divine masculine, there's a lag that has to adjust. So it's like we're coming back into form, and we really have to give our time and space and energy into this integration. So operating machinery or driving, all of this is not really advisable. And some of us are going to experience it more than others. Me, naturally being the facilitator of the ceremony, I'm experiencing it a whole lot more. Also, the other part that I like to share with you, for those of you who took part in my ceremony or other ceremony, what is really important is, like, I'm going to leave this altar here for a couple of more days, because it just feels so right here. This morning in my prayer meditation, I got to experience my new template. My new template has shifted once again. So if you are going into your morning meditation, you get to experience the change is also part of it, especially last night, yesterday, when I took individuals into the temple of the rose, where they were initiated in the rose ceremony. There's a lot that the body will have to get readjusted to in this new octave of light. So give yourself some time and the compassion to integrate, whether it's 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, it's all part of it. The other part is I didn't sleep at all last night, neither the night before. So I feel more foggy today, and trusting that I will sleep tonight or tomorrow. So again, be gentle on yourself that this too is part of it, because there's an adjustment that will take place in the integration. The other thing that I like to really thank from the core of my heart is the way individuals really prepared. They read my full email and they took part in preparing their space, their environment, creating the crystalline grid for it. That was so important, how you show up when it's a ceremony. It's not just a class, it's not like a event, it's a ceremony. Ceremony is a whole different consciousness, how you will show up, all parts of you taking part and taking the time. So I was very grateful that individuals did not rush into this, and they really took their time. So I have several individuals that have emailed they want to take part in this. So please note, I will be emailing all of you back. You have to go through the same exact process as individuals that took part with me live on Zoom yesterday. So you have to also create the space, follow all of that, and once you offer your love gift offering, then there is a video that is sent for you to setting up your grid for it and the items that you need. Then after that, this 4-hour video will be sent to you. So let me just also address this. Yesterday, although I've been on Zoom several times, I've never done a ceremony in a group before. I'm very honored that this was even able to take place and individuals were able to fully experience the power of it, which is so incredible. Even on Zoom, the in-person is remarkable. They were able to have that same experience because the power of Mary Magdalene and her rose, her golden sacred diamond horse, is exactly that. So from that, there were some challenges. I have recorded the Zoom, however, the audio was some challenge with it. Fortunately, I was able to record it right on my laptop, so that is the sound of it has come out very well. I'm just going to review it, make sure everything is pretty clear so that you can have the ceremony and provide that for you. So please note that sometime today I'll be addressing the emails after this, taking care of my holy vessel first and myself before I can address the overwhelming amount of email requests that have come in, and also sending the group message to the participants that took part yesterday so they too can recognize they need the time to rest, to integrate, to drink even more water, to hydrate, and just let themselves really be, because they're blossoming more in their rose and they need that rest as well. The other part I'd like to share is also the new conscious awareness is at a whole different level. Hi, Rachel. Aww. Yeah, many deep tears. I'm so honored, Rachel, you were there yesterday. The other part that I'd like to ask everyone that took part yesterday, please update the photos of your grids, the crystal rose grids that you set in to take part of the ceremony in the event page, as well as the Magdalene Sacred Divine Hearts page. So I was guided to do a little art project with that, which I feel all of you will be very pleased. So if you can just post your pictures, would be great. Michael was so generous. He was so moved, so touched. So he did a video last night, which we uploaded. You are welcome to also do a video, voice it, what you experienced, and what part really touched you the most, from the water blessing or the rose anointing blessing or the actual journey of the temple of the rose initiation. What really touched you the most, and then trust it will also take time to integrate. I would love that video to be again uploaded, like take a selfie video and speak to it so we can hear you, upload it into the event page for it. It will be so deeply appreciated. The other part I'd like to share from last night as a result of it, this morning Michael and I woke up and there was a timeline again that shifted. I was able to, we're supposed to go somewhere next Sunday and we received the timeline shift. This is also part of it, to trust that the rose is guiding the way. Follow the rose. For those of you who are initiate into the Magdalene, or you call to the Magdalene, you gotta really listen through the power of your heart and allow the voice of your truth to be spoken, especially once again it's integrated, and because it is now guiding the new way. So we woke up, we said, oh wow, there's a timeline change now again. Okay, which direction we're supposed to go, because it ties into 8-8. Demetrius spoke of 8-8. The Syrian gateway opens up on Saturday. It's about 12 days before 8-8 and then 12 days after. The center part of it is 8-8. That's the central alignment to Orion, and also to the central sun, to the galactic sun, to the source sun, and all the way to Helios Vistas. And this gateway open up, and this gateway opens up the sacred divine masculine. So we really in our group open up to the sacred divine feminine, opened up so wide in our blossom rose. So now we're going to be integrated, and I feel the timeline of these next 2-3 days is very important. So we bring the new alchemized state of awareness on Saturday into this next several days with the peak of 8-8. This is very important part of what we're rebalancing in our ancient Lemurian timelines and ancient Atlantean, and also being able to be ready. I keep seeing 9/15 and after September 15, this chaotic timeline. This helps us navigate with the power of our love, with the power of our blossom rose, in the sacredness and the true powered by divine force that is behind us, in us, around us, that allows us to really move through these narrow fields in a whole different way. That different way means not get caught to all of these things that are here to pull on individuals' fields, and there's an access to that when individuals is not anchored properly from source light through their heart, through the blossom rose of the heart, all the way to the heart of Gaia. You can easily get thrown around. But when you're anchored in this, you're going to stay very strong in this alignment, and it will not touch you. So with that, I wanted to also bring that awareness, and also the rawness of non-judgment, the higher awareness when you come off ceremony, how important it is to nurture yourself, take better, greater care of yourself, how important that is. And I like to really again give my deepest gratitude to all the participants yesterday that really showed up with the truth of their love, and they got to give themselves the opportunity to experience, and they were very patient and compassionate towards the challenges with the electronics, which was a complete surprise to me. I really take care of this. I was shocked that the audio wasn't working, and then our Magdalene Sacred Group in Long Island, they were having trouble with this. So again, it's all part of it, but the way we moved through it with grace was so important part of the experience, because nothing is outside the divine plan. And that is a testament that when we face this, how is your Magdalene going to handle the situations? Are you irritated? Are you triggered? Are you easily bothered? Or are you able to remain in trust in your breath and move through it. And that is a huge part of what is taking place on the planet, that is trying to attempt to suffocate our breath, close it off, mask it off, as if we cannot breathe. But the reality is we can breathe. We have the freedom to breathe. We have the freedom to be. We have the freedom to enjoy. We have the freedom to be a divine sovereign being. We have the freedom to speak the voice of our truth, because we're sitting in this wealth of wisdom and knowledge and all the attributes of divine force. So that connection of divine becomes very, very important in this now. So I feel those are the things that I wanted to share. I'm a little foggy today, and if I've left anything out, I will add it into the email. The email to those participants that attended, such as Rachel yesterday, they will receive the email of gratitude today, and a couple of other things. And those of you who are joining us, you get to hear a little bit about this. And I also would like to thank everybody that has emailed me wanting to take part with the live, with their video recording of the 4-hour ceremony. I will get to you one by one, probably between today and tomorrow. First, I'm going to be taking care of me. And please note, the next few days, I'm just not really available in answering emails or messages. I just need to be in this space because a lot is unfolding. As a ceremony facilitator, I am a golden rose temple high priestess, initiated in the higher plane as an incarnate in this female form here, bringing that knowledge and wisdom specifically in delivering the golden age. It is an honor to be of service to this, and it is my planetary mission to be dedicated in the Magdalene voice of consciousness, Magdalene presence, and the Magdalene essence in her keys and codes to assist humanity unlock what is rightfully theirs, divinely inherited in them, to bring this golden age through. So thank you so much for joining me. May you fully receive the vibration from here. If you see the image of my altar, particularly the center right there that I created, that is guided by Mary Magdalene. It is an activator. I give you all the permission to print it and even put it at your altar. You'll be receiving all of this in your own sacred space. Michael and I are going to keep the altar here for a couple of more days, so it really extends through the crystal field that we live, that is in the grid line that runs under Washington, D.C., and it all the way goes up through Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York, and Maine, and then hits Glastonbury and goes down towards North Carolina, Atlanta, all the way down to City of Mexico. So it's a powerful grid line. It's called the Arctiria, and this is the one that I've been dedicated with the Rose Magdalene line in transmuting it from the satanic energies and what has been used for a lot of the manipulation of power through the unconscious masculine and the old energy of greed from Atlantis, so we can dismantle it in bringing the purity of the sacred divine feminine through the Magdalene keys and codes of light. So hopefully that makes sense. That's been part of my planetary grid work activation a number of years, plus many different parts, the different grid system. I had been assigned to the 3rd grid system the last 8 years, and it's been less last couple of years because so many others have been awakened, so they're now doing their part, and it is a global part, and all this light coming together, unifying us as a true web of light, to be able to dismantle all through this crystalline diamond frequency of the Magdalene Rose. So much love, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Love you all. Rachel, it was such an honor to have you on. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully you rest too, as I will go ahead and rest today. And happy Magdalenes to everyone on planet. Especially, I'm so grateful to Michael and Fidel that showed up. The last year Michael took part in this. This year we had another male. And please watch Michael's video. He was so, I was so grateful that he got to recognize the role Mary Magdalene played in Yeshua's rise, and how important that is, because if more sacred men give themselves permission to be initiated, to really experience this directly, they will have their own, they'll be supported by the frequency to walk the walk of this crystal's light, and they'll see, experience directly the power that is in it. I was so grateful that Michael's second year got to experience it, and Fidel the light got to experience it, and they're truly sacred men. And I wish there were equally more men taking part, but that's slowly coming, because it's finally the time of these incarnates that are in the male form to bring their unified field of light through the codes of Yeshua Magdalene through. So thank you so much. Big love, big blessings, big heart to all of you. Have a beautiful, beautiful, blessed day. Aho.